Hi, I'm Sarah from the Babywearing Academy, and I'm here today to talk to you about how to wear your baby safely in your sling or your carrier and how to know that they are safe. It doesn't matter what type of sling or carrier you've got. Your carrier could look like this, 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 or this. It honestly doesn't matter what type of sling or baby carrier you're using. What matters is that you know how to use it safely and that you understand the safety guidelines and how to know that you're following them. In your instructions, hopefully, there should be, and if there isn't, I would get in touch with the manufacturer and ask why. But there should be something along the lines of the TICS safety guidelines. TICS is an acronym and it helps us to know that we're ticking our safety boxes. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to go through the TICS safety guidelines with you, and then I'm going to talk to you about a slightly simplified version that's, I would say, easier for sleep-deprived new parents to remember when they're going about their daily life, just being able to check in on the baby and make sure you're still ticking your safety boxes. But let's go through the full-length TICS first. So the T from TICS stands for tight. Your carrier should be nice and snug. It should hold your baby snugly against your body. Now, you don't want it to stop you eating or breathing. The baby doesn't need to be splattered against you like a bug on a windscreen. But your baby should be held as tightly as if you were holding them in your arms. If you're holding your baby in your arms and you bent over slightly to pick something up or to adjust something, you wouldn't expect to feel your baby's body fall away from you. So exactly the same with your sling or your baby carrier. If you were to put your hand on the back of your baby's head, do a little dip forward, you should not feel the baby's body weight pull away from you. It should be that snug. The I in the word TICS stands for in view. When you look down, and yes, with a nice high baby carrier, nice snug baby carrier, it's going to be a bit of an ugly double chin manoeuvre to be able to see them. When you do that ugly double chin manoeuvre, you should be able to see your baby's face. You want to be able to very clearly see their nose, their eyes, and everything above. That helps you to know that your baby hasn't slumped down inside the sling, because if they slump, they can put their chin on their chest and they can begin to close their airway or reduce the amount of air that's getting into their lungs. And that's when things can unfortunately be unsafe. So the I stands for in view. You should be able to see your baby's face at all times. The C stands for close enough to kiss. You always want your baby to be held nice and high on your body. They should be up here in that place where you would naturally hold them, rather than kind of down here somewhere, which isn't where you would naturally hold a baby of this sort of size or age. The baby should be above any soft squishy parts that you may have on your body. You want them to be on the firm part of your chest, above anything that's going to be an airway hazard to them. The K from the word TICS, I'm trying to spell it in my head, T-I-C. The K from the word TICS stands for keeping their chin off their chest. So what people often hear is being able to get 2 fingers underneath the baby's chin. And that's great. But again, some people are like, I'm not sure if I can, or, my fingers are big or my baby is small. Or the long and the short of it is, when you look down, if you can see your baby's nose, eyes and forehead, kind of everything from their nose up, then their chin is off their chest. If your baby puts their chin down onto their chest, all you're going to see is the top of their head. So you want to make sure that you can see your baby's face. That means that their chin is off their chest, they have a nice open airway, and they're getting plenty of air into their lungs. It also enables you to be able to see the colour of their face, so you can see any subtle changes that might be going on if they're not getting enough air. The S from the word TICS stands for supported spine, and you know your baby's supported because if you put a hand on their back and lightly press, there shouldn't be any extra space in the sling. There shouldn't be any space that your baby may have slumped down into. If they've slumped, when you put your hand on them, they're going to kind of sit up or get closer to you or uncurl. Let me show you. If I loosen this slightly and just encourage this demo doll to slump into the sling a bit, what happens is I now can't tick my safety boxes. So the T is my baby held tightly against me. Hand on the head, little dip forward. I can feel that body weight pull away from me. The I is my baby in view. No, I can't see my baby's face. C, are they close enough to kiss? Yes, they are still close enough to kiss. So I could tick that one, technically. The K, am I keeping my baby's chin off my chest? I can't see my baby's face. I can't see their nose. I can't see their forehead. But if I put my fingers under there, I can't get one finger between my baby's chin and chest, let alone two. So no, my baby's chin is not off their chest. And if I put my hand on their back, and this is the one we were talking about, supported spine, when I press, I can feel the baby get close to me. You can see it in the straps, in the sling. Yeah? So if I do that and then tighten up, there you go. Now I can very easily see my baby's face. If I put my hand on the head, little dip forward, I don't feel them pull away from me. I'm back to being able to tick my safety boxes. The slightly simplified version of the tick safety guidelines, because those 5 things are a lot to remember, and the close enough to kiss and keeping the chin off the chest always get the wrong way round, and the easy way to remember the safety aspects of carrying your baby in the sling is that they should be high on your body, so above any soft squishy parts that might be a hazard to their airways. They should be high on your body. The sling should be tight. You should be able to put your hand on their head, do a little dip forward and not feel their body weight pull away from you. And then they should be in view, so high, tight and in view or visible at all times. Lots of slings or baby carriers will advertise that they are suitable for hands-free breastfeeding, or that they're breastfeeding friendly, and that can become interpreted as hands-free breastfeeding. You are not going to be able to breastfeed hands-free, particularly not if your baby is below 4 to 6 months, or if they were low birth weight, they have additional needs, or if they've just drifted off to sleep because they get floppier. The big thing about feeding in a sling is that the sling is often looser and lower than you would need it to be able to get your baby to a height where you can feed them from your body. So you are not therefore going to be able to tick your safety guidelines. So it's a very tricky thing, I would say, for feeding in a sling. Seek professional guidance from a Babywearing consultant, pop into your local sling library. If you are at all unsure about the tick safety guidelines or how to adjust your sling, you've watched this video, you've tried to do your ticks guidelines with your sling or your carrier and you can't quite get it right, you don't feel confident with it, please find a local Babywearing consultant or a Babywearing consultant or sling library that offers online consultations. Or drop into your local sling library and get some in-person support. It's absolutely vital that you're using your sling, any of your baby equipment, your sling, your car seat, your stroller, your pram. It's vital that you're using these things safely. If your manufacturer's guidelines aren't specific enough, if they leave you in any doubt, get back to your manufacturer and ask them why their instructions aren't adequate. It's just way too important. So if you've got any questions, do leave them in the comment section down below. I will get to them as soon as I can. But if you have safety questions and you need to use your sling or your baby carrier, please find your local Babywearing consultant or sling library and get some help. I hope that helps, and I'll see you soon. Bye.